I'm Congilio, True Fire instructor, and welcome to this edition of the Fireside Chat. We're going to be taking some questions posed by you, the viewer, about blues guitar, some gear, and some guitar solos, and what we can do to make our blues guitar playing that much better. Let's take our first question, but first of all, I'm a little parched sitting next to this fire. It's kind of dry. Douglas, my lovely assistant, could you hand me my drink?
Yes, Bluesmaster Corey, there you go,
so
lovely.
Much. Oh, this is lovely.
Anything else I can get you this?
Why don't you fetch us our first question?
Oh, very good, sir. The first question.
Yes.
So let's see. From a Mr. Marc Bonnet from Marseille. He asked the question, I come up with licks that I think sound good. The problem is, I don't exactly know how I could use them in a solo or kind of knit them together to create a real coherent solo.
Oh, yes, I've heard this question before. Thank you, Douglas.
Thank you.
Well, hopefully I can address this question with some level of seriousness. What I would recommend would be to play the licks and know what key you're in, maybe create a backing track, and practice putting these licks over top of the backing track. Learn how to create some space in between your licks, and try to find some that are not only easy to play but sound good right away for you. Ones that fall easily under the fingers and aren't too difficult to sort of execute. For instance, if we have a blues lick, kind of standard, and then we move on to something else. So maybe take those two licks over a 12-bar blues. Now I'll take a piece of it, play it backwards. Second lick. Back to the one. So we just take those ideas and we can use them, again, we're just playing the blues here, over this 12-bar pattern. But we're trying to take pieces and use them for as much as they're worth. You could even get more mileage out of simple licks like that. If you're playing, why not just go? Yeah, it might seem simple and kind of elementary, but it's a good way to kind of get started. And I've heard some of the greatest blues players ever play stuff as simple as that, so I would think we can too. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question, Mark. Again, it's difficult to answer a question about solos in a short period of time without knowing what licks you know and what kind of songs you're playing. But try to take your licks apart, try to break them out over top of the form that you're playing over top of, and make sure that you know what you're playing over. If it's not a 12-bar blues and you don't know the chords, learn the chords and try to put those licks over top. Let's move on to question number 2.